Man, we waiting for boys to get up in here, man. We waiting for boys to get up in here. What's up with everybody? What's good? What's good? We gonna wait. We gonna wait, man. We gonna wait. You know what? Effort. Let's talk boxing, man. Let's talk about Bud Crawford and how he basically just shook up the boxing game. I mean, Bud Crawford, man, like, you know me, I keep it 1,000 on my channel. Bud Crawford is somebody I respected as a fighter. He was somebody that, um, as a fighter, you see that dog, you see the talent, you see, you know what I'm saying? You see it. But he has not fought the competition where you could solidify him as being that guy, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I said, we voice our own opinions. So it's just him pulling out this fight with Errol Spence was shocking to me. Now, I had many people tell me, man, he ain't never want to fight Errol. And, you know, I ain't listen to him. You know what I mean? Because like I said, on my channel, we voice our own opinion. We a man. You know, we stand on our 10. So I smooth thought that he still was going to fight Errol. I mean, even his energy. Let's go back down memory lane. You know, he said, Errol Spence is ducking me. I want to fight Errol. You know what I mean? He was in the ocean looking for Errol. You know, his sister and everybody was having Bomac, everybody on his side. The cheerleader, Keyshawn Davis, everybody on his side was heavily involved into making this fight. The whole boxing world, everybody making countless videos. You know, 50% of my content is geared towards making this fight. You know what I mean? And I thought in my, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Bud a dog, Bud gonna make this fight with Errol. Although I picked Errol Spence to stop him. You know what I mean? I still thought that Bud Crawford was gonna sign the contract. You know what I mean? I didn't know when the contract was gonna get signed, but I thought that it was gonna be next. I thought it was gonna be Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford, not Bud Crawford versus David AC Unit. I don't understand that. Okay? I don't understand this move. But the crazy thing, Bob Arum been telling us about this. He been telling us about Bud Crawford for the longest. You know what I mean? He been telling us. He been telling us Bud Crawford is difficult to deal with. He been telling us that he's not gonna waste no money on Bud Crawford. He been telling us so much stuff, and we just kind of blew it off. Like, man, that boy old, man. He don't care what he's talking about, man. And now look, this man do a total 720 and go fight David AC Unit. Now, what I question is this. What I question is, why didn't Bud Crawford, if he needed a tune-up, why didn't he just say that to Errol Spence? These are the things that I question. These are the questions that I have. If you needed a tune-up, all he had to do was tell Errol, I need a tune-up. But then, yet again, you could have fought your tune-up before Errol Spence fought Ugas or after Errol Spence fought Ugas. You had all this time to fight a tune-up. And now you say, hey, I'm going to fight Devin Amnesia and then I'm going to go whip on Errol. If I'm Errol Spence, that ship has sailed. I give you the Keith Thurman treatment. I give you the... I don't fight you. Because how you do business is, first of all, it's unprofessional. It's unprofessional to be in negotiations in one of the biggest fights in boxing. This was going to be one of the biggest fights in boxing. And I heard Ned say, oh, it's just Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Man, this is the biggest fight in boxing today. I'm talking about Ness from the Boxer Voice. He sat there and said that why is, everybody, you know, worried about this fight, and why are they negotiating so long? It's not like it's Mayweather Pacquiao. It's Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. They're the number one guys of this time, right now, at welterweight. Pacquiao and Mayweather was top at their time. Now it's Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, who are both in their primes, which I feel like Bud Crawford is on the tail end of his prime, to keep it 1,000 with you. Just based off stuff I've seen in the ring. You know what I mean? He fighting less competition, but they touching him. You know what I mean? They knocking him down. He getting hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that. But to get back on topic, I'm not doing business with you. I'm not. And then to tie it off, you didn't even fight. You didn't even get a top guy. You could have got Boots Ennis. You could have went for Boots. You could have sat there and said, you know what? I'll fight Boots. Boots was good. Let's fight. Boots ain't got no opponents. You could have gave Boots that opportunity. But you failed to do so. You could have fought Stanionis. You could have fought Virgil Ortiz. I don't care about no networks. You could have fought I said Virgil Ortiz. You could have fought anybody who Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? You could have fought anybody that was a top welterweight who had a name. But you choose David A.C. Union. I don't even know where he came from. You looked in a needle in a haystack and found a needle and was like, yeah, that's what I want right there. Nah, man. It's a duck. And if you a Terrence Crawford fan, I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. But we don't make excuses. If you sitting on here, you trying to make excuses for that boy, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no excuses. It's a duck. There's no excuses. I hear people talk about old PBC. PBC, they have bad blood with Bud Crawford. PBC never had no issues with Bud Crawford. PBC had issues with Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum was doing everything in his power to slander PBC. Now we finna get into details. PBC, Top Rank, along with Golden Boy, was trying to sue PBC. I think Golden Boy actually went through with it and sued PBC. But then ended up, that's where they found them emails about them using the N-word and stuff like that. Talking about El Haven. All these other companies don't like PBC. Why? Because it gives the fighter more control. It gives the fighter more power of what he can do. And PBC, when has PBC had any issues making fights? When they have all their top fighters, they do like a little tournament. There's no issue. Matter of fact, when have you seen a fight where Errol Spence had, it was a tough fight to make? Like he had contract issues. Not one. Why? Because of the fact that Errol Spence is a champion. Everybody else has a champion. Everybody else is fighting for legacy. They're not fighting, yeah, you want to get paid. I'll be capping to you if I tell you that a fighter shouldn't get paid. I'll be lying to you if I told you that. But at the end of the day, it's more about your legacy. When you get in there with these guys and you fighting tough competition, for one, for legacy. For two, risking your O. For three, for the fans. You fight another top opponent, that's more money. So this $10 million that Bud Crawford got guaranteed, he would have made that on the back end with Errol Spence in a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? He would have made that on a pay-per-view. What's good with you, bros? He would have made that on a pay-per-view. So this guaranteed 10 million that he got, he would have made that on the back end on that pay-per-view. Why would you go fight on an app or whatever it is and then fight David Evanesia when you was in talks with the other top welterweight in your division? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You leave a negotiation with Errol Spence to accept a fight with David Evanesia. This is what I've been telling y'all about for the longest, about his mentality, about his stubbornness. He's a stubborn guy. It's in the ring and out of the ring. Exactly, Drakeo. But I told y'all he's stubborn. He's a stubborn guy. He hard-headed in the ring and outside the ring. I told y'all that's gonna be his downfall. And if Errol Spence decide after this, I still want to try to make a fight, which I wouldn't if I'm Errol, but let's say Errol Spence like F it, I still want to work with Buddy. Exactly. Errol Spence gonna destroy this dude. What's good with you, Aaron? Errol Spence gonna destroy that dude, bro. I'm telling you. Errol Spence, that fighter that you don't make it personal with. He that fighter you don't make it personal with. He's just not. Because I'm telling you, he gonna get in there and he gonna punish you. He breaking something. He breaking. Bud ain't gonna be the same if they fight. Exactly. He breaking something. He breaking bone, ribs. I'm talking about everything for to be broke on that boy. And he know that. That's why he wanted. That's why he fight David Evanesia. He didn't want to take no tough fight because he like, let me fight a fight where I could just kind of get a little easy win. He finna stop that boy in 3 rounds. Mark my word. It's not even finna be a long fight. He's talking about David Evanesia got 6 knockouts and he's a tough fighter. Man, that boy fighting cab drivers over there. Name one fighter from over there that is elite. I'm talking about in Russia. That is elite that came over here and was whooping everybody over here. Don't worry away. It's only like maybe 3 that I can name. But him, he not him. Like these youngsters say, he's not him. You are not him. Like that white lady said on that TikTok. You are not him. That boy AC Unit is not him. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. It's so many Bud Crawford fans, but why don't these Bud Crawford fans show when it's time for him to fight? Why do his fights don't do these numbers, these amazing numbers? I see all these Bud buddies, these crawfish fans out here saying all this stuff and, comment on videos. But where y'all at when he fighting? You know what I mean? Exactly. On YouTube. But I'm still puzzled at the fact that you were in talks with the number 1 welterweight, Errol Spence, and you ghost him to go fight somebody that you found in the trash. I don't want to hear nothing about no Errol didn't want to fight, PBC didn't want. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. That is an excuse. When you want to fight and it's about legacy, you make that fight happen. Period. Ain't no PBC, HEB, DDT, ain't none of that stuff, bro. You make the fight. You feel me? You make that fight. This is about legacy. You had more than enough time to train. Hell, he been off the whole year. But you know what crossed my mind? I'm finna say something. Terrence Bud Crawford, for the past 3 years, has fought one time a year. Okay? I get it if he like fighting top level fighters, right? If he fighting them dudes where it's like they considered like second best or third best of the division. He wasn't fighting that type of competition. But he was fighting one time a year. I wonder if he was fighting one time a year because he's dwindling down. He's not the same fighter. Hear me out. Okay? I'm not saying Terrence Crawford ain't good. But I'm saying I wonder if he's fighting one time a year because his body's breaking down. He at that age. We damn near the same age. My body be breaking down. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if he at that point where his body breaking down. And on top of that, he looking at, man, this nigga Errol, man. This nigga Errol breaking ribs and noses and eyes, and man, he snatching niggas' eyes out their face, man. He breaking niggas' ribs, man. He making rib sandwiches. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know. I might, you know, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But like I said, that's just my perspective. That's my opinion. But what y'all think? You know, I'm asking the fan. Why do y'all think Terrence Crawford has fought one time for the past 3 years? Pay attention to that. He's fought the same amount of times as Errol Spence has fought. And Errol Spence been injured twice. Twice. Okay? Car accident, his eye. Why has Bud Crawford fought 3 times? I mean, once a year in the past 3 years. He has not fought twice in 1 year in a minute. Can anybody answer that question for me? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Errol Spence been hurt. Bud ain't been hurt. Bud been chilling, playing basketball, fighting Trey Songz, all that. You feel me? I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to basically come up with a reason why these dudes making excuses for this boy. There's nothing you can say. I've been telling y'all this from jump. From day one when I started my channel, when I decided to be that voice in boxing. You know what I mean? Because I got tired of seeing channels that's pushing a narrative and putting jackets on fighters. Right? I've been telling y'all this since I started my channel. Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody, man. And the backlash I got from that was crazy. I mean, even to this day, if I make a video and say Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody, you got a bud in the comments say, oh, he fought, you know, he fought da-da-da, and he beat him better than Spence did. He fought Kell Brook, and he beat Kell Brook better than Errol, and he fought, you know, Sean Porter, and he beat Sean Porter. You talking about what Sean Porter daddy threw at the time? That was a questionable stoppage. So like as I reanalyze everything, it's like this whole time, this is who he was. This whole time, Bud Crawford was a ducker. That's just what it is. They built him up to be this so-called boogeyman. But moreover, he was ducking. He don't want no smoke with Errol. He don't want to fight top competition. He don't want to do that. He want to keep fighting low-level competition and look invincible. That's what Canelo do. Canelo do that stuff. That's why Canelo won't fight David Benavidez. That's a whole nother video. That's why Canelo won't fight Jamal Charlo. That's a whole nother video. So like I keep saying, man, at the end of the day, in this boxing game, man, it's about legacy. It's about cementing your name and fighting top competition. I can say that about Errol Spence. And I'm not saying this because I'm a fan of Errol Spence. I'm saying this because it's the truth. When you look at Errol Spence's resume and you see who he fought, and you see everything he has said, everything he has stated, everything he has stated he was gonna do, he did it. You look at Bud Crawford's resume, boom, okay. You could bring up Gamboa. They like to bring that up. Cool, Gamboa. Who else? Who did he fight at 140? That was a top fighter. Who? Victor Postal? That's iffy. But okay, you can say Victor Postal. Who else? Okay. Then he come to 47. Who he fighting? Who is he fighting at 47? Who is he fighting at 47? Where you like, man, Bud really pound for pound. Who? Who is he? Who did he fight at 147 that solidified him as a pound for pound fighter? J-Rod, what's good, bro? Who did he fight? So this ducking behavior, if you look at the resume, you look at his actions, it fit him well. I just, now that I really analyze it. But it's like, dang, bro, like, you really ducked Errol Spence. Like, I know dudes in the boxing gym right now that don't fight Errol Spence right now. And they know they're going to lose. They know they're going to get the brakes beat off of them. But they'll fight that boy. Hell, I'll fight Errol Spence. Hey, what's good? Shout out to Reality Pop Star, man. Just my first super chat, man. I appreciate that, man. Reality Pop Star, appreciate it, man. I got a little something. Much respect, man. Much respect. Errol told, much respect, man. Hey, I do too, J-Rod. I do feel bad for Errol, man. You know what I mean? I do feel bad for Errol because Errol Spence wasted his time. He wasted his time on Bud Crawford. He wasted his time, man. He that's just the truth. He dedicated. Errol Spence could have been fighting somebody else. He would have been ready to fight somebody right now. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. They probably would have put him in there with, I don't know, if he went to 54, I put him in there with Tony Harrison or, Castano. Something like that. They talking about Fundora. I like to see that too. You know what I mean? I would want to see Errol Spence put them hands on Slinker Man. I want to see that. You know what I mean? Because Slinker Man try to fight like he 5'10" and he 6'7". You know what I'm saying? He don't use his jab. He don't use his jab. Exactly, Dante Hall. He don't use his jab. So Errol get inside and eat on that boy. All day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Errol get inside and start ripping, cuz. But I would like to see Errol Spence at 154. I think Errol Spence need to close the chapter on Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is ducking smoke. So why sit here and waste your time on Terrence Crawford? Exactly. I mean, it's obvious. Look, it's obvious that Terrence Crawford and his team is jealous of Errol Spence. Think about the stuff they were saying. Errol Spence driving around and this and that. Errol Spence so-called got all this money and, he got all this fame. It's obvious they're jealous of him. You know what I mean? It's obvious. Think about the stuff they've said in the past. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They've said countless things about Errol Spence in the past that shows jealousy. You know what I mean? Now, they've backed off because we've made videos exposing that. We've made videos talking about that. Exactly. Bud know what's gonna happen, man. Bud know with this fight against Errol, he know this ain't finna be easy. He know this is gonna be his toughest fight of his career. He said, "You come in like bull and you keep your hand up when throwing a punch. Look like a baby Mike Tyson on the bag." Appreciate it, reality. Man, I'm from Houston, Texas, man. From Texas, man. You know, Lone Star State. Hey, shout out to Reality Pop Star, man. Give me another super chat. Shout out to him, man, for real. Those whole team pushers weird. Yeah, Bud, man. Bud is a black eye to boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? He a black eye to boxing with this move. That's just what it is. He's a black eye to boxing. Um, this wasn't solid. You know what I mean? This was a whole move, and you know what I mean. We just gonna be real. You know, I'm trying to stop cussing, but this is a whole move. You know what I mean? Like I keep saying, you're in talks with the number one welterweight, and you pull out the fight. And let me tell you something. He been negotiating with David Evanesian. He been talking to Buddy. Because you're not just gonna all of a sudden just, oh, I'm fighting him. This takes weeks. It takes weeks, maybe months. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick a venue. You gotta come up with the contract. You gotta drop the contract. You gotta decide the purse. You gotta do all that. That takes time. You know what I mean? That's why Bud Crawford was stalling. But Bob Behrman said this before. I think it was the Sean Porter fight or maybe the Kell Brook fight. Bud Crawford did the same thing. He stalled to the last minute. That's why a lot of Bud Crawford fights look like on Top Rank. They was thrown together. There was no promotion. There was no time to promote the fight. Nothing. That's why Bob Behrman said, I'm wasting my money on him. I could be buying houses. You know? That's why he let his stepson, deal with Bud. Because Bob Behrman wasn't directly dealing with Bud no more. Because of stuff like that. And like I said, at the time, you don't pay attention to stuff like that. Like, man, why Bud fights just look thrown together? Like, they don't care about Bud. And they kind of found out it was him. He waiting till the last minute to sign contracts, and he stalling, and he doing this, or he like, I don't like this. You know, it's petty behavior. You know what I mean? Like, we grown men, bro. You know what I mean? You are so-called, pound for pound number one boxer. You know what I'm saying? It should be a no-brainer for you signing this contract. And I'm going to keep it real with you. Y'all know me, I keep it 1,000 on my channel. When Bud Crawford, hold on, we got another super chat from Reality Pop Star. She said, I'm from the BX myself, my boy. You ever met or do you know Errol the Charlos? And are you a Cowboys fan? Nah, I ain't no Cowboys fan, man. You know, we don't fool with them Cowboys, man. Actually, it's weird. I'm a Raiders fan. You know what I mean? I was a Texan fan, but, you know, Raiders fan. But, actually, the Charlos, one of the Charlos, he lived up the street from me. To keep it funky with you. He lived up the street. Like, my neighborhood is right here. His neighborhood is, like, just north of mine. You know what I'm saying? So, but I never met them. You know what I mean? But I've seen Charlo, I'm talking about Jamal Charlo. He be running, when he have fights, he runs on the street with his entourage and stuff. So, you know, it's pretty cool, man. I've seen his wife in the store. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I've never personally met them, but I've seen them. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be cool to meet him. It'd be cool to meet the Charlos. It'd be cool to meet Errol. You know what I'm saying? What's good, George? What's good? We in here talking about that boy Bud ducking the smoke. Come join the party, man. Come join the party. So to get back on topic, man, it's just like I don't understand, you know, why Bud did this. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, Bob Arum gave us many, many clues on Bud Crawford. We just didn't pay attention to it. What's good, Billy Gibson? What's good with you? So I'm gonna ask y'all this: do y'all think Errol Spence should renegotiate with Bud? How many people think that? Y'all type yes or no in the comment section. How many of y'all think that Errol, after this fight with David AC Unit, should go back in negotiation with Terrence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you my answer. My answer is hell no. No. Okay. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Okay. Like I say no because it's bad business. Real bad business, man. You know what I'm saying? Bud, let me get on this. Bud made himself seem like he was the big man. He made himself seem like he was the boogeyman. He was the one saying Errol Spence was ducking me. He was the one in the ocean looking for Errol. He was the one, his team calling Errol out his name. I'm talking about all of that. You feel me? He was the one doing that. So when Errol Spence, oh George, you say yeah, okay, I can see that. He was the one doing that stuff. So when Errol Spence locked in on him like, bet we can fight. Now all of a sudden, you want a tune-up. I don't get it. I don't understand why you need a tune-up for a legacy-defining fight. You gonna have time because this is the biggest fight in boxing. You gotta think about it. They gotta do what promotion for the fight, right? So y'all gotta do a tour. Y'all probably gonna do a U.S. tour and a international tour, right? So you may go to the U.K. and promote this fight. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna have time to promote the fight. Y'all gonna have a lot of time to train. I don't understand if you the pound for pound number one guy, so-called Bud. Why do you need a tune-up? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why do you need a tune-up if you're pound for pound number one? If you're the guy in boxing, like some people are still saying he is, he's number one. Why do you need a tune-up? Because I'll tell you one thing, that dude that you was about to fight, that you was negotiating with, he didn't need a tune-up. He flew out of a car. Let's talk about it. He flew out of a car. Came back and fought Danny Garcia. Beat the brakes off Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia's eye was closed. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia's daddy was disappointed in that boy. Then he hurt his eye. Came back, fought Ugas. Errol Spence had every reason to take a tune-up. Nobody would have been mad at Errol Spence if he took a tune-up. He said, I don't do tune-ups. But Bud Crawford need a tune-up. But he's pound for pound number one. Make that make sense. That's all I'm saying. You are pound for pound number one. You need a tune-up. This the crazy part. You was off all year. You fought Porter in November of last year. You fought him November 21st of 2021, right? You fought him then. Your last deal with Top Rank was that fight. You could have fought in January, February, March, hell, April, May, June. You could have fought then. That's all I'm saying. You could have fought then. What did you do? You sitting at home, you going to hoop, he at the concert, he going to Sean Porter show like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. You know what I'm saying? He on there talking about Errol. Like what are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we doing? What's good with you, Big Mike? We're in here talking about Terrence Crawford ducking that smoke. Come join the party. So this is what I'm talking about. You could have fought your tune-up way before that. You could have been fought your tune-up. But you choose right now to fight your tune-up. That's what makes it look bad. It makes you look like you scared. And there's nothing nobody can say about that. Bud Crawford is afraid of Errol Spence. I'm gonna say it. I don't I'll get some backlash. I don't give a damn. The fact of the matter is he knew when he saw Errol Spence. When they saw Errol Spence beat the brakes off of Ugas and broke that boy orbital bone and broke that boy ribs and knocked the piñatas out of that boy. He was sitting on that couch. If y'all remember, he was sitting on that couch and they sat there. Errol hit too hard for Bud. Errol built like a ninja who just came home from jail. Seriously. Shout out to Reality Pop Star, man, with another super chat. He said, Errol hit too hard for Bud. Errol built like a ninja who just came home from jail. Seriously, who tough? You heard of from Omaha. Hey, much respect to Reality Pop Star, man. Much respect. Appreciate you for dropping the super chat, man. Bullet Gibson, that's a great point. How you gonna criticize Keith Thurman for a tune-up, but you get a tune-up? And it's the timing of the tune-up. You're in the fourth quarter of finalizing this contract. You're in the home stretch. All you gotta do is sign your name, and it's good. And you say, fuck that. You that drive cabs. Hey, man, we fighting. Okay. And we gonna fight on Black Planet TV. That's what we gonna fight on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get 10 million and we gonna fight. That's just what it is. And if you go look, and it's no disrespect, man. You know what I mean? I'm all supportive for black business. But that crap look gimmicky as hell. They spelling people names wrong on there. They spelling cities' names. It don't look professional. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm all for supporting black business. You know what I mean? I love my brothers and sisters. But we got to keep it 1,000. That bull crap that he finna fight on, ain't nobody watching that. And there's a reason why he go fight in Omaha, Nebraska. Why? Because they the only people that's gonna go watch Terrence Crawford fight. Them. They the only people that's gonna sit there and go watch Terrence Crawford fight. What's good, Megan Kane? Yo, hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button for me. It's 21 people here. Let's have 21 likes. But that's a great point that Gibson brought up. He clowned Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman had a tune-up fight. You know what I mean? He clowned him. You know what I mean? But you need a tune-up to fight Errol Spence. Man, come on, man. But I remember what I was talking about. When Errol Spence called out Terrence Crawford was sitting on that couch. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Hey, J-Rod, that's a good point. But Terrence Crawford was on that couch when Errol Spence said, I want to fight Terrence Crawford. And I'm going to take his fucking belt. Terrence, I'm coming for that belt. Terrence Crawford should have got up and started shadowboxing. Terrence Crawford should have got up, started shadowboxing, started celebrating. Like, hell yeah, we finna fight. That nigga was just sitting there with a blank stare next to that cheerleader, Keyshawn Davis. He was just sitting there looking like, what the fuck did I just get myself into? When he saw Errol, because y'all forget, Bomac and them thought Ugas was a top fighter. So don't let these crawfish and these bud buddies try to diminish these fighters or whatever. Reality pop star on the road, man. Hey, I'm just saying, man. At the end of the day, that's what I believe. The Ugas fight solidified everything. Because Bomac and them, back in the day, I think it was a couple years ago, Bomac brought up Ugas. This before Ugas was really popping like that. Bomac brought up Ugas. He was like, man, that boy there, he's something else. I think it was on Black Fight Fan TV. He interviewed Bomac, and Bomac brought up Ugas. So they had high respect for Ugas. Listen to Tess Crawford where he talked about who he was going with as pertains to the Errol Spence and Ugas fight. Go back and listen to that. How much respect he had for Ugas. I think he still picked Errol Spence to win, but he was like, it's gonna be a tough fight. Errol Spence beat the fuck out of your Dennis Ugas. And we'll see if your Dennis Ugas is the same when he come back. Because a lot of fighters after they fight Errol don't be the same fighter. Sean Porter, not the same fighter. Mikey Garcia, not the same fighter. Danny Garcia, not the same fighter. They don't be the same. Bud know that. The fighters that Bud fight, they be back winning after that. They get knocked, they get the little flash knocked down. Oh, let's go. Exactly. Ugas did. I feel like Ugas did beat Sean Porter. You know what I mean? They gifted it to Sean Porter because they wanted the Ugas. I mean, they wanted the Porter versus Spitz fight. I think they fought after that. What you said no to, Andrew? But exactly. Mikey got destroyed by Errol. And look, let me tell you something. Before that fight, I'm a Mikey Garcia fan. I'm a Mikey Garcia fan, bro. When Mikey Garcia caught out Errol, I said, this ain't no good idea. I thought he was playing. And he was serious, and the rest was history. That nigga got beat up, like destroyed, like tore up. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't the same after that. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. But to get back on topic, how could Bud duck Errol? I mean, it's you was finna get this 10 million. You guarantee you was finna get more than that. Then y'all probably was gonna fight 3 times. It was gonna be a trilogy. Hey, that nigga Ugas, man, he got the brake beat off here, man. He got the Cuban cigars, the piñata, all of that. He got it beat out of him, bro. You know what I mean? The Tony Montana, he got all that beat out of here, man. Hey, that boy Ugas got destroyed by Errol, man. Errol went to another realm against Ugas. And that's what he gonna do against Bud if they fight. I'm telling you this. Bud gonna come out there with that, you know how he be doing stuff like this. Errol gonna keep that hand here. Jab, bop, jab, bop. And then he gonna get on the inside. It's a wrap after that. It's a wrap. Once Errol get on the inside on Bud, it's over. I'm telling you this. It's done. And I'm telling you, Errol probably would carry him for a couple of rounds in the fight. Just so he could beat on him. So it's a part of me that's like, I want to still see the fight because I'm like, I want to see Errol punish this nigga for him wasting time. You know what I mean? He wasted my time as a fan. You know what I mean? I made videos dedicated to this fight. I spent a lot of time and energy. The big channels make videos dedicated to this fight. Exactly. Like, he not only wasted Errol's time, he wasted my time. Because I'm doing everything in my power to promote this fight, to push for it to get made. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made videos saying, man, I'm going to do everything in my power to make this fight happen. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about whatever I need to talk about to make sure that as fans, we keep this fight in the forefront so it can get made. Because you don't get fights like this. You don't get fighters who are in their prime to fight each other. Normally, they be at their prime or they both be on the tail end. Shout out to Reality Pop Stars. Just so you got Errol versus Boots. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Boots on some James Toney-ish. I ain't gonna lie. I like Boots. I like Boots. Boots is very skillful, but Errol Spence is different. Errol Spence is a different fighter. Errol Spence is different. You know what I mean? Like, Boots do all the pretty stuff. Not gonna lie. He switch while he throwing combinations. He powerful. You know what I mean? But I can see Errol. I just see Errol being too much for Boots. Errol too active. You know what I mean? Errol too active. Boots is big, but Errol's too active, and he go to your body. You know what I mean? And then I just don't see Boots being able to take that punishment because Errol Spence is different. People look at Errol Spence as basic. David Anesthesia. So in that fight, I will pick Errol right now. I think Boots still needs some. He needs some development. He needs because people don't understand. It's little things in fights that people don't see. Like when you watch Floyd. Okay, now we finna talk boxing. When you watch Floyd, right? Floyd do little things like he grab your arm, right? Hyperextend your elbow, or when y'all in the clinch, Floyd will take his head and rub it on your head, or use that elbow. It's little veteran tricks that can get you off your game. You know what I'm saying? I think that what Errol does is he get on the inside and he kind of rough you up a little bit. You know what I mean? He kind of rough you up. He kind of leaning on you, kind of pushing you. He throwing punches, but when y'all and they in the clinch, he kind of trying to get that separation. It's a lot of like little minute stuff. It's kind of like in football how you see it's the little things. You know what I'm saying, that separates you know a good player in college from a good NFL receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the little things. I could talk this nerd stuff all day. But to get back on topic, you know what I mean? Like I said, Boots is a good fighter. He just needs more development. I just think that'd be he gonna be like Eric Salubin. I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see against Errol. No disrespect to Boots. I think Boots is a great talent, but I feel like they are rushing him. You know what I mean? They need to develop him more. He's an exciting fighter. You don't want him to be like Eric Salubin. Shout out to Kid Carlos. He said, Terrence the Duck Crawford. Kpotie, one of the realest. Much respect, man. Yeah, Terrence Crawford is a duck. I don't understand how you so-called power for power and you duck a fight with Errol Spence. And like I keep saying, Bud did all this talking. Bud and his crew, the Crawfish, the Bud Buddies, they did all this talking. They said Errol Spence is a drunk. They said that Errol Spence is basic. You know, they said all this crazy stuff about Errol Spence. And then Errol Spence didn't really say nothing disrespectful about Bud. When you see Errol Spence, he said nothing but respectful stuff. He said nothing but respectful stuff about Crawford. When they in that ring, I mean, when they asked Errol, I said, man, Bud Crawford's a good fighter, but I do feel like I would punish him. That's keeping it boxing. Errol Spence, Errol Spence have been called a B word, a P word, all that stuff. By Crawford and the team. They did all this talking and mentioned personal stuff and said this all about the, you know what I mean? All this stuff. And shout out to Reality Pop Star. He said, you ever watch James Toney versus Mike McCollum? Mike was the body statue. I feel that fight can be just like that. They fought 3 times. Toney was. Yeah, I agree. I do agree about that. The only James Toney, man, James Toney only liked to fight. He didn't want to train. He didn't want to jump rope. He just wanted to spar. He used to come in the gym, I want to spar. You know what I mean? Like, that's James Toney. He didn't want to run. He don't done it. Let's spar. That's why I like James Toney. He got that dog, that grit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just came in the gym. Damn, I let jumping rope and that running. Let's fight. You know what I mean? So, Mike McCallum, man, you know what I mean? I never thought that there would be another fighter who could resemble, his style like that. But Errol definitely is close to it. But to get back on top of Bud, man, I mean, do y'all think there's an excuse? I'm trying to be, and although I feel like ain't no excuse, do y'all feel like there's an excuse that anybody can make for Bud Crawford? Because, I got people talking about his PBC. His PBC, they didn't want the fight. And, they it's beef between them and Bud Crawford because Bud, was on Top Rank. And, they didn't want to make the fight with, with him when he was on Top Rank a long time ago. And I think it's a bunch of BS to keep it a stack. You know what I mean? PBC ain't got nothing to do with this fight not happening. It's Bud Crawford. Bud Crawfish. That's what it is. Bud Duck Crawfish. Dud Duck Crawfish. You know what I mean? I can come up with so many names. But it's just crazy, bro. Like, this man really ducked Errol Spence, but pushed the narrative that Errol Spence was ducking him. You know what I mean? And I keep telling people, this dude right here, man, he a flag in the wind. One day he this way, the other day he this day. One day he saying this, the other day he saying this. The nigga came out and said at first, Errol Spence ducking me. Then come back out and say, Errol Spence is not ducking me. Then come back out and say, man, Errol Spence is ducking me. And PBC don't want to make the fight. Then come back and say, yeah, man, Errol, I believe Errol wants to fight. We're negotiating. Bro, what is it? All right, I see a lot of people talk about that blue bud. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't know enough about it. So, I ain't really going to talk too much about it. But based off what I'm hearing, the blue bud sports, I do find it weird that I think he met Terrence Crawford at a Valero or a gas station, whatever it was. And he was able to report some information that Terrence Crawford said to him. Like, I'm going to keep it a stack. You live in New York. New York is, it's a lot of people in New York. You know what I'm saying? What is the case that you're going to run into Terrence Crawford in New York? Just like I live in Houston. The Charlos live up the street from my house. I've never ran into him. I ain't ran into him at a gas station. I've seen him running, but I've never ran into him like, oh, Charlo, what's up, man? And ironically, I'm talking, no. So it is suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if Blue, like, knew all along. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he's invested in the company that Bud's finna fight on. I don't know. I don't know if it's his company, but it is suspicious how, the whole thing is just off. I don't know if he was just trying to protect Bud, like, or keep himself out of it, because to keep his image good. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no plexing or animosity, but if he knew Bud was finna fight Devin Ammunition, that's kind of messed up, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like if I'm out and I see Bud at a 7-Eleven and he tell me something, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, you fight Devin Ammunition. Nah, you need to fight Errol. I'm telling Bud that to his face. You need to fight Errol. Not David AC Unit, not David Anesthesia. None of that. Okay. He invested. Okay. So like I said, I don't know that much about it. You know what I mean? Like, I watch Blue Bosskpot TV, not a lot. Like, I am subscribed to the channel, but I don't really watch him like that. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard through, other people that, he, has something to do with that network or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it is suspicious, that Bud ended up fighting on the network that Blue Bud is partnered with. You know what I'm saying? So I know for sure that it looked like, to keep it a stack, it looked like they met at that Valero to discuss business. That's what I think. And that's just what it is. I feel like they met at that Valero to discuss business, and it happened that way. You know what I mean? So, and hey, y'all go, shout out to that boy Spill Dog, man. I guess he got some type of medical situation going on. Much respect, prayers to Spill Dog, man. Emmanuel, the Lion, he said, I appreciate your channel for keeping it a buck, but it's clearly ducking. This ain't rocket science. The man negotiated in bad faith and it's going to backfire on him. Facts. You know what I thought about? Hey, shout out to Emmanuel's Eye, man. Emmanuel 7 Lion. My fault, kinfolk. Appreciate the $10, man. Appreciate it. You know what I thought about? What if Bud lose to David Anesthesia? Like, what if he called us a tune-up? He get in there and get his ass knocked out. Like, hey, Bud wants all the smoke. He stay ready. Oh, okay, it's all good. Good. Yeah, man, present Spill Dog. But what if Bud get in there? Yeah, man. I mean, like I say, I don't know too much about it, but Blue Bud, I think they discussed some business. You know what I mean? That's something he could have told everybody. Like, look, that's just like if I meet Charlo at the gas station, right? And, let's say Charlo's supposed to fight Adam, Canelo, right? And they negotiating, but then I got a company, you know what I mean, that I'm partnered with. And, Charlo be like, man, man, I'm trying to, what's up? I'm like, shit, all right, man, I got my company, man. They give you 20 mil. Bet, 20 mil? Okay. I'm like, hey, it's cool that I, report this, because, I got to let people know so don't be shocked. He's like, yeah, bet. I'm going to do that. And that's what I feel like Blue Bud did. He met with Bud to discuss business. You're not just going to meet this dude randomly at a gas station. I don't believe it. But what if Bud lose to Anesthesia, man? What if he do this too, though, right? He like, yeah, I'm finna go in here, I'm finna whoop him, and then I'm finna go fight Errol, and then Anesthesia knock his ass out. What if that happens? That happened to Canelo. Canelo, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a stack. You go watch my videos, I don't run for no smoke. When Canelo's finna fight Bivol, I said, man, I don't even know why Canelo fighting Bivol. Canelo finna steamroll this nigga. I said that. And Bivol beat the piñatas out of Canelo. Canelo, he beat the Chucky doll haircut out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, man. That boy... Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you not going to see these boys. I agree. I agree. But like I keep saying, what if this boy lose to anesthesia? What if he get in there and get his ass knocked out, slept? Ain't gonna be no airspace fight then. They're gonna fight anesthesia. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, would we want to see that? No, man. Anesthesia got that belt now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying karma's a bug because Canelo, he clearly tried to do that and got the brakes beat off of him. To the point where he didn't want no smoke with David Benavidez or Charlo. So he went, man, I'm going to go fight this 50-year-old Triple G and whoop him real quick. And then, you know, that's all I'm saying, man, is what if karma catches up to this boy for making this decision? He get in there thinking that I'm finna got a little tune up. I'm coming here. I'm gonna whoop this nigga real quick, and then you know I'm on my way, and then he get his ass whooped. That's what I'm saying. What if Bud get in there and get his ass whooped, man? What if he get in there with anesthesia? Anesthesia give him a Russian ass whooping. You know what I mean? Like his legacy really gonna be messed off there because you duck down Spence, then you get in there with less competition, and he sleep you. Not saying I hope for that to happen, but Bud is too vicious for that. Well, Bud, what's your name? Rashid. Bud should have been viciously signing that contract. That's what he should have did. He should have been vicious signing that contract. He should have picked up that pen and signed that damn contract. That's just facts, kid, folks. And Blue always stresses the fact that Bud only fights once a year. Exactly. You know what I mean? I want somebody to go check. In the past couple of years, how many times has Bud fought? Look at how many times Bud fought. Look how many times Errol fought. Look at the stuff that's happened to Errol in between that time. Yeah, anesthesia is a cab driver. I'm just saying karma. You know what I mean? We all know that Bud finna sleep this boy. I'm telling you, Bud gonna knock the dude out in 3 rounds. It's not even finna be close. You know what I mean? It's not even finna be a good fight. Bud gonna get out there. And it's I say round 1 he gonna collect data. By round 2 he already gonna know what dude doing. He gonna stop him. I feel bad for anesthesia that he got to be a victim of Bud's little game, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he shouldn't even be in this situation. Bud should be signing the contract and getting ready for Errol. Bud Duck Crawford, exactly. So I'm just saying, what if that boy get in the ring and gets anesthesia, and you know he had this game plan. He had this game plan to do a tune-up and anesthesia whoop his ass. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anesthesia is a good fighter. I'm just saying karma, because he did boxing wrong. You know what I mean? I know people that woke up like, what the fuck? Hey, man, that's facts. I made videos about Mikey Garcia being a top fighter. We'll talk about that in a minute. How can Blue say that Bud ain't ducking? That's wild. He doesn't respect the sport of boxing. All right, we got somebody that we finna smoke. He said Bud's plan is to take Spencer's titles at 147, then go up to Charles take. So I got a question for you, Rashid. If he's going to take Errol Spence's titles at 147, how he gonna do that fight anesthesia? Make that make sense. That's all I'm asking you. How's he gonna take Errol Spence's belts when he finna fight anesthesia? He's supposed to sign a contract against Errol Spence. He was in negotiations directly with Errol Spence, not with nobody else. Directly with Errol, and you telling me that this nigga is gonna fight Errol and take his belts, and then go up to 54 and take Charlo belt. Let's talk about this. I'm finna smoke this nigga. So you telling me Bud gonna come out of an Errol Spence fight and then go fight Charlo. When everybody who fight Errol Spence, he could fight Spence in the spring or summer. Okay, whatever. Hold on. When everybody fight Errol Spence, I be broke. Ribs be broke. You telling me even if Bud, let's say Bud beat Errol, even if he beat Errol, he ain't gonna be the same fighter after he get out of the ring with Errol. So you telling me he gonna get out the ring with Errol, go to 154 and fight Charlo, who knocking niggas out bigger than him. He had these niggas laying on the ground looking like they sunbathing. Shout out to Reality Pop Star. Said Blue did inquire about the Spence fight because Bud told Blue he's not signing unless he get the Spence fight because it's not about money. So Spence was inquiring first, bro. Blue wanted the fight. Like, what did that fight look? Because Blue did inquire about the Spence fight because Bud told Blue he's not signing unless he get the Spence fight. Because it's not about money. So Spence was inquiring first, bro. Blue wanted that fight. Okay. Like I said, I don't know too much about that situation. Appreciate it, Reality Pop Store, man. But let's get back to Rashid, man. So you telling me that Bud gonna take Errol Spence belt, become undisputed, and then go fight Charlo. When Charlo knocking niggas out bigger than him, got them laying on the ground looking like a seal. Bud get hit too much. If Jamel Charlo hit Bud, it's a wrap. He's going to sleep. I'm telling you that. But first of all, Bud got to deal with Errol Spence's work rate. Let's stylistically break this down. Bud Crawford is a switch hitter, right? But he's a boxer puncher. He's not slick. Bud want to fight you. He want to stand in the center of that ring and fight you, right? You talk about Errol Spence, who like to stand in the middle of the ring and fight, who's a better fighter than Bud Crawford. Stronger fighter, bigger fighter, hit harder, okay? Better technique than Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford fights off athleticism. As far as what's up, brother Judah? Hey, we all disappointed Bud. Bud Crawford fights off athleticism. Errol Spence fights off of technique. Okay? Errol Spence is the big fundamental, right? Work rate, jab, everything. You telling me Bud Crawford, who takes a couple rounds to collect data, is going to be able to deal with that work rate? He barely was able to deal with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Ron 501. What you talking about trash? Explain yourself, kid folk. All I'm saying is he barely was able to deal with Sean Porter. You telling me Errol Spence against Terence Crawford? Terence Crawford going to be able to beat Errol and they go to 54 and fight Jamel Charlo. It's not happening. I'm telling you that Sean Porter was picking Bud. What is that? Hey, film study. Get this nigga out of here, bro. Block that boy. He don't know what the hell he talking about. Cuz don't know what he doing. He all over the place, man. He smoking, man. He on that bath salts like back in the day. Anyway, to get back on topic. The whole situation with Blue Blood, like I said, I don't know that much about, I don't know that much about the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do more research on it, and I'll make a video or just make a live, and we can talk about it more. You know what I mean? Because for me, I don't really like talking about stuff that I don't really know a whole bunch about. Like I said, I know little minute details. I don't know everything in its entirety. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to. I don't want to be that dude that's just talking and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. That's not how I run my channel. And I want to be able to. Yeah, Phil Study, he wasn't, man. I mean, to keep it real with you, Phil Study, Bud didn't want to fight, But I just want to be able to give y'all good content, be able to know what I'm discussing. I don't want to be on here talking outside of my neck, and then it's obvious that I'm saying making up stuff. Exactly. But like I said, Emmanuel, it was that Ugas fight that really made Buddy and them kind of change their perspective. It was that fight. It was the Ugas fight that made them alter their viewpoint. Like, damn, this nigga Errol good in the mug. Even Bomac. Look at Bomac after the fight. Bud gonna beat this out of Spence. But it wasn't said with like, yeah, we gonna whoop that nigga. He just said it. You know what I mean? You catch them dudes, man, they scared, but they still kind of talk because they don't want to look weak. Like, that's how I took that. Like, man, this nigga, he don't mean that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, he know what he dealing with. You know what I mean? I don't think they expected that from Errol. You know what I mean? They didn't expect Errol to do what he did to Ugas. But like I said, Errol Spitz, he here to talking. Errol Spitz got a mentality which is pretty similar to mine. My viewpoint on is when it get personal, I get quiet. Cause when I get quiet, ain't no need to talk. When it's time to put hands on you, it's time to put hands on people. And that's how Errol Spitz is. Errol Spitz, he used that negative energy to fuel him. So when he go in these fights, he ready. But he ready on another level. Look what he did to Ugas. What was they saying before the Ugas fight? Errol Spitz is not the same. You had that Shawn Michaels wannabe Black Hobbs. You know, I don't know what that boy trying to be. That boy got his nails painted. I don't know. These boys weird. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, he said Errol Spitz, he see in his eyes he don't have the desire and the passion anymore. He just fighting just to get a check. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff that they said about Errol. He's a drunk. Errol Spitz is, he ain't the same. He basic. That's the number one thing they say. He's basic, right? And it's like, all right. Errol just, all right. Shout out to Reality Pop Star with a super chat. He said, Blue a good dude, bro. He'll talk to you. I only rock with 3 channels. You, Blue, and Gems. Y'all all organic in persona. Y'all all keep it real, non-biased opinion. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Reality Pop Star, man. Reality Pop Star been showing me love. Man, much respect to you. Much respect to you, man. I appreciate it, man. Like I say, man, I just try to give, genuine videos. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I got in this boxing thing, boxing talk, boxing commentary, because I saw a lot of videos that I didn't like. You know what I mean? I saw a lot of videos I didn't like, and they was spreading narratives that I disagree with. So instead of me going in the comment section talking to some dude that, I said, man, let me just make videos. Let me contribute to, positivity. Hey, y'all get this spam stuff out of here. Hey, Phil Study, it's girls 18 online. Get them out of here, man. We don't care about that, man. We're here to talk boxing. We ain't in here. I mean, we ain't here to find no girls online, man. We here to talk boxing. This ain't the time for that. Appreciate that, Film Study. Film Study said Black Hobbs wants to fight Spence, but he gassing out in 10 fights against the bum he fought his last fight. Man, Black Hobbs is trying to get recognition, man. That nigga sorry, bro. We gonna keep it a stack. That nigga trash. Man, it's nothing else to say. He's trying to get recognition on people's name. Even Terrence Crawford ran up on that nigga, and the nigga energy was different. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. Black Hobbs wouldn't last 5 rounds with Errol Spitz. Rocha, the dude he fought before, punished him. You know what I mean? What you think Errol gonna do to him? You know what I mean? Like, it's not finna be close. I don't think he understand. Exactly. Man, Black Hobbs need to go sit down somewhere, man. He ain't ready for that smoke, man. He need to keep. He know what he doing. He in his mid-30s. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, I'm in my mid-30s right now, and I'm like, man, because you in your mid-30s, stuff be hurting. Your knees hurt, your elbow hurt. You boxing. So and people don't know when you come out these training camps, you got injuries. You know what I mean? You got like little minute injuries that are nagging. You know, you may hurt your elbow or something like that. But he just trying to come up quickly. That's all it is. Golden Boy probably ain't promoting him like that, so he promoting himself. He hustling. I respect it, but nah. Shout out to Rally Popstar again, man. Much respect. Say Spitz workouts like an inmate. Pro boxer told me up north that a lot of boxers don't do push-ups and pull-ups. That gives you power. Hey, that's facts. And, you know, when I started boxing, my trainer had me doing a lot of that. Them push-ups and pull-ups. And because it was like a gradual process. Like, this how you supposed to do it, in my opinion. When you get in boxing, before you start sparring, you have to learn how to defend yourself. So we worked on feet work. We worked on keeping our hands up. We did a lot of push-ups. We did a lot of pull-ups. And after a while, I started sparring. Once I was able to get my balance and all that, once I was able to physically defend myself as far as moving out the way, blocking, slipping, all that, then I started sparring. And let me tell you, the first time I started sparring, power punches. That's why I'm a power puncher. You know, to this day. You know what I mean? I still do my push-ups and pull-ups to this day. But that's a little secret for you to, you know, kind of increase your power. And it's other stuff you could do, you know. Like, kind of like how Errol Spence, he hit the hand pads. You know, it's target training, stuff like that, man. It's a lot you can do. But that's right. That's right. You know what I mean? You could increase your power by... Look at Charlo. I mean, when Charlo... I'm talking about Lil Charlo. Jamel Charlo's with Ronnie Shields. He didn't really have that power. He got with Derek James, and they started doing the stuff they was doing. Look at him. This boy knocking boys' souls out their body. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a list of things. But push-ups and pull-ups, yeah, that do work. You know what I'm saying? They do contribute to the torque. You know what I mean? That power they generate. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, man, what y'all think? Man, what y'all think Errol Spence should do? You know, do y'all think Errol Spence should go to 154? And, you know, I saw somebody say Errol Spence fight Castano. You know what I mean? That'd be a good fight. I like that. Or Tony Harrison or Jason Rosario or hell, Eric Salubi. I would watch Errol Spence versus Eric Salubi. That's a hell of a fight. I would watch that. You know what I mean? That's a good fight. You know what I mean? Well, what I mean, because if I'm Errol, I don't. Errol Spence has nothing else to prove at 147. In my opinion, the person who got more to prove is Bud Crawford. He the one that gotta. So if I'm Errol, man, I'll drop all them belts and let Bud go fight all of them. 9 times to 10, if Errol relinquished them belts, he dropped them belts. They gonna make boots. Whoever he fight next for. Can Bud be made to vacate his WBO belt? That's a good question. You know what I mean? I think the WBO, they always been cool with Bud, though. Think about it. Bud had a WBO belt at 140 for the longest time. That was like one of his belts he had for the longest time until he fought Victor Postal and got the WBC belt. Then he got the rest of the belts from Indago. You know what I mean? And then he come to 147. What's the first belt he get? The WBO belt. So he has a very good relationship with them. I don't see them stripping him. You know what I mean? Like, they tight. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I don't see them stripping him. Now, Bud had like an IBF belt or WBC belt. I could see them stripping him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, like, you got to fight somebody of note or we going to strip your ass. But I think with Bud, if I'm Errol, I drop the belts. Because you're, like I said, you already know that they're going to make Boots a champion. So I'll drop the belts. Boots, since you're number one mandatory, they'll probably make Boots versus, I don't know, Boots versus Stanionis or something for the IBF belt or the WBA belt, whatever. You know, the vacant WBA belt, the vacant IBF belt. You know what I mean? And then Spread the love. You know what I'm saying? They get the other belts. And then, or, somebody get the WBC belt. Now Bud gonna have to go fight Boots. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know who win that fight. I don't think Bud want that smoke with no Boots, man. For real. Like, I definitely don't. We know he don't want no smoke with Errol because he ducked Errol. But, you know what I mean? But for him to fight Boots, nah. Now, some people say fight, some people say fight, hold on, y'all, my wife texting me. Some people say fight Keith Thurman. I don't want to see Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman. The only reason because Keith Thurman did Errol dirty. Kind of like what Bud did. Keith Thurman strung along Errol Spence. Errol Spence was pushing for that fight. Errol Spence was showing up in Keith Thurman interviews, everything. Like doing out of character stuff. Just to get Thurman to be like, all right, let's fight. Thurman was fighting Porter and Danny Garcia. So he was coming off. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was a Thurman fan. So he was coming off like, hey, man, he with that smoke. So Errol was like, I want to fight you. And there was always excuses. Not today. Not this year, baby. Not. You remember Keith Thurman said stuff like that. So now Keith Thurman had lost. And he not really as popping like he was. He trying to get back up there. But he also trying to get paid too. And Keith Thurman weakness is body shots. What's Errol Spence's number one weapon? Body shots. So I don't know if I don't see that being a successful fight for Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman gonna be moving a lot. Errol gonna stop him. It'd be a waste of time. You know what I mean? It'll be a waste of time. So like I say, at the end of the day, I want Errol to go 154. That's what I think. I think that's more beneficial for him. Excuse me. My bad, y'all. I think that's more beneficial for him. Damn. And I think that he's done everything he needs to do at 154. I mean 147. That's my take on it, man. I think that Bud is trash. His legacy right now, his name ain't good right now. You know what I mean? He a good fighter, but his legacy ain't good right now. You know what I mean? His legacy ain't popping right now. It ain't, and it's this to me. But, man, this was fun, man. Fun doing this live. I'm going to try to do these more. You know what I mean? I'll just be busy. But, oh, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to take some, man. Man, my sinus has been, that pollen dying here in this Texas, man, ever since the fall came, it's been crazy. But, like I said, man, I like doing these lives with y'all, man. I'm going to try to do these. I'm going to try to do another one tomorrow. We're going to talk about, tomorrow's topic going to be Errol Spence. What's his next move? You know what I mean? I'm for the chillax for the night. I'm going to take a clarity. And I'm going to chill. I'll probably drop some more content tomorrow. But much respect to y'all. Hope all y'all have a blessed night, man. And let's keep pushing, man. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep growing this channel. Y'all family. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all part of the Boss Hog family. So, let's keep growing this channel and let's keep killing the game. Let's keep doing what's right for boxing. Y'all take it easy, man. Good night.